Hello all, welcome to alexjwilson.com here in downtown Toronto. And it is episode number 6 on my journey on how I'm turning $39,300 into $1 million by investing in condos in downtown Toronto. This is a very exciting episode today because today I'm going to show you the roadmap on how you can start your own journey by buying investment condos in downtown Toronto, and you can grow to $1 million plus in real estate, value, properties, net worth, whatever you want to call it. Okay, I'm probably getting a lot of flack on this one from the internet because I'm already the cause of the housing bubble, but we're going to jump in it because I want to see you be able to retire early and grow generational wealth. So, okay, we've talked about how your principal residence has gone up in value. Well, that's fantastic. But you only want to unlock that value if you sell your property, and you have to live somewhere, so that doesn't work. So how can we tap into that equity? Well, what we can do is we go to the bank, and we talk to our banker, and the banker will send an appraiser to the property and give an appraisal on its current market value. And then they're going to unlock the equity in property through a home equity line of credit. Now, with the home equity line of credit, what we do is we use that to invest in real estate. We are using other people's money, aka the bank's money, to invest in real estate. So now, let's say they've done this, and for example purposes, you now have a home equity line of credit of $160,000. Now, with that $160,000, we buy 2 pre-construction investment condos for $400,000 each. And typically we need 20% down for each of those properties, which would be $80,000 each, which totals your $160,000. So now we wait 4 years while the building's being constructed. You're going through different life changes. Maybe you have your first child or your second child. You're getting promotions at work. You watch the building go up. And then at the end of 4 years, just if you're waiting for a cake baking in the oven, your condo's ready. Well, guess what? Your condo's not worth $400,000 anymore. No. It's gone up in value. It's now worth $525,000. That's amazing. That's great. Well, let's do that again. So we have 2 properties now worth $525,000. We refinance the equity out of those, and we buy 2 more pre-construction condos. Those 2 pre-construction condos have gone up in value now. So those are both $500,000 each. 20% of 500 is $100,000. So there we go. We have 2 more pre-construction condos. And this whole time, we have tenants in the property paying all our carrying costs for it. So you're not out of pocket. So we have our tenants in their first 2 properties, paying you rent, paying down the mortgage, covering the maintenance fees, covering the property taxes. And then we have 2 other condos that are under construction. Now we're waiting another 4 years. We're putting another cake in the oven. We're waiting, more life changes happen. Our children are getting older, getting closer to university age. We maybe want to change our lifestyle. Maybe we don't want to work so hard. Maybe we want to take a step back. Maybe we have a new job promotion. Maybe we're accelerating a career. Maybe we want to retire early. Boo! Guess what? The cake is done. The condo buildings are done. Now we're 8 years into our journey now. We have 2 more properties, 2 more pieces on our Monopoly board for a total of 4 pieces on our Monopoly board. So guess what? They're not worth $500,000 anymore. They're worth $625,000. So we're 8 years into this. So we have 2 condos worth $625,000. Well, let's do this again. This is great. Let's continue playing. So we refinance equity out of those. We take another $100,000. We take $100,000 out of our 2 new condos, and guess what? Our first 2 condos, they've been going up in value as well. And there's been tenants paying down the mortgage on the property, paying down the equity, and that allows us to take another $75,000 out for those properties. So we have 100, 200, plus another 150 from the first 2 properties for a total of $350,000 to invest in the market. Now we're going to buy 3 more condos. So we're going to buy 3 more condos with that money. So those 3 condos, those are going to be at $575,000 each. Alex found you a really good deal. So we buy 3 more condos, and deposits on those are $115 each. That totals $145,000, just short of our $350 that we've taken out, which is great. Now we wait another 4 years. More life changes happening. Again, kids are probably in university now, really close to university, so the bills are going to start adding up soon. Again, maybe we want to take an early retirement, or we're offered a package from work. Well, that's okay if we've been offered a package from work. We want to take that package now because we've been investing in condos, more life changes happening. Oh, boom, another cake out of the oven. 3 more condos. Okay, now those 3 condos, they're not worth $575 anymore. They're worth $700,000 each. Well, that's amazing. So now I have these 3 condos worth $700,000. And then I have these other condos as well that have gone up in value in the second round and in the first round. Oh my God. I have 3 plus 2 plus 2. I have 7 condos. And I've been paying down the mortgage on my house too. This is fantastic. This is great. And we have a lot of math to work out now to see what's our net worth now. What are we worth? Well, guess what? Our mortgage obligations, I'm gonna pull up my piece of paper because I did do the math. It's right here. So let's look at our first condos. So our first 2 condos, currently the mortgage obligation on those is probably gonna be around roughly $456,000. The reason for that is over time we have mortgage equity pay down on the properties, and these condos are worth, they're a little older, so not worth quite $700,000. They're worth $650,000. So grand total of equity in those properties, $388,000. Now, our second group of condos, the mortgage obligations on those are $475,000. They're worth a little more, they're not as old. They're worth $675,000. That's a total of $400,000 for the 2 properties of equity-wise. We're at a total now of $788,000. And the best part is, the biggest payday is at the bottom. So we're at $788,000. Now, the last 2 condos, because we haven't pulled any equity out of those, the mortgage obligations on those are $460,000. And they're worth $700,000. In total, that's $720,000. So $788,000 plus $720,000, that gives us a total of $1.5 million, $8,000. That's $1.5 million. I've blown past the $1 million in real estate wise. Now this is $1.5 million over 12 years. It's very important to remember. Real estate is a long game. You play the long game in real estate and you'll always win. So we're at $1.5 million at the end of 12 years. And when we subtract our initial investment, our line of credit of $160,000, our total gain is $1.348, nearly $1.35 million for 12 years worth of investing in real estate. And that initial $160,000, that wasn't even your own money. That was other people's money that you borrowed from the bank to leverage yourself, to put yourself in a situation to buy these condos. Ask yourself, how long would it take you through saving through RRSPs, doing mutual funds, to get to that $1.35 million mark? That's a really difficult accomplishment just by saving from your paycheck. What we're doing is we're leveraging the equity of the home, putting it back into the market, real estate market that is, and then have our tenants be our balance to pay down all the costs to carry ourselves. So the great thing is, you may be like, Alex, you're lying. This is all BS. There's no way that's possible. It cannot be possible. Well, guess what? I did my portfolio. So I'm going to show you my investment portfolio. These are real numbers. These are things that I have done. This is not just me pulling things out of the air. These are real numbers through my real estate investing. So we've already talked about one. We've talked about the Carnaby condo. That's the condo that I purchased for $262,000. The current market value on that is $450,000. I have equity in that property of 100. Well, I have more than that. Actually, didn't even count that equity part because that's my own money. We're just talking about my gain wise. My gains, 450 less than 262,400. That's a gain of 187,600. My next condo, YC Condos. I bought a studio unit there. I was at Young in college. I bought that for $244,500. The current market value in that is $425,000. That is a gain of $180,500. My next condo, Minto West Side. I bought that unit for $267,000, $490. Current market value on that is $440,000. That's a gain of $172,510. I bought 75 the Esplanade for $380,900. Current market value on that is $520. That's a gain of $139,100. I bought Canary District for $579,900. Current market value on that is $720,000. That's a gain of $140,100. The average gains that I'm using are over 100. The average gains that I've achieved are over $160,000. In my example, I was only using gains of $100,000. These gains are much greater than that. These are real numbers that I've personally done myself, and I want to see you guys do the same thing. I want to see you guys get ahead in life, and this is the way you do it. It's long and boring, but guess what? At the end of the day, you get so much farther ahead in life. And we focus on downtown Toronto condos because of the fundamentals of Toronto. We are the economic capital of Canada. We have 20% of the GDP of all of Canada in the Greater Toronto Area. We have 20% of the population in the Greater Toronto Area. This is how, when I say those two stats, how Census Canada measures the Greater Toronto Area, just so if you're wondering facts-wise. So 20% of the economy, 20% of the people, and we're right in the core of it. And that's why I invest right in the core of downtown Toronto. I get my AAA tenants. It's the last market that's going to be impacted by any downturn, and it's the first market to go right back up. It's basically rock solid. So if you want to dig down and go right on the details on how you can start your journey and follow me on my journey, and you see that I've already been doing it, send me an email. It's right down there, contact@alexjwilson.com, or call me at 416-996-5181. I want to help you retire early and build generational wealth. Okay, guys, till next time, talk soon. Bye-bye.